down 155. That's a 3.5% drop. Shares of Alcoa, though, one of the few gainers on Wall Street today, up about 2.5% after announcing the company would split in two, one part dedicated to metal smelting operations, the other selling finished products to the airline and auto industries. Consumer sentiment rising at a healthy clip in August, up nearly 0.5% compared to July. Incomes grew last month, but at a slower pace. A setback in the uneven housing recovery. Fewer would-be homebuyers signing contracts to buy homes in August, pending home sales down about 1.5% last month. And Apple reporting it sold 13 million new iPhone 6s models over the weekend. That's a new record for smartphone sales. Tom Busby, CNBC.
We were rolling down this road in
Anbar Province.
All of a sudden
There's a huge explosion.
We knew right away.
It was an IED.
Then we started taking sniper fire
and RPGs from the hills.
Today's servicewomen face the same combat dangers as men.
It's pretty amazing.
We made it out alive.
But at home, women veterans face different challenges. DAV understands this and fights to get women veterans the health, disability, and financial benefits they were promised. Visit DAV.org for free help.
Do you want to learn how to steal customer credit card information from major retailers so you can buy anything you want?
Well, we can't help you with that. But among the many IT problems we solve, Barracuda's award-winning firewalls prevent hackers from taking your valuable data to the bank. Reclaim your network, like 150,000 other businesses have. To learn more about protecting customer data and your reputation, visit barracuda.com/firewalls.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
And good afternoon. It's 12:03. Happy Monday. It's Di Bryce with you, bringing you the latest in local news here on Kcaa 1050 AM. The only criminal record of a deadly shooter in Banning and Beaumont is a conviction this year for a misdemeanor driving under the influence and a few traffic infractions dating back to 2009. James Paul Diaz Jr., 34, of Hemet, went on a shooting spree just after 11:30 Saturday morning. A neighbor said Diaz was a good man but was laid off from CAL FIRE about a year ago. However, Diaz got into working in construction soon after the layoff. Diaz shook up these two quiet communities in at least 4 different assaults, killing 2. 66-year-old Paul Joey Lesh was killed in the first shooting. The second victim was found with gunshot wounds inside a truck that crashed into a concrete block wall on East Lincoln Street in Banning. He has been identified as Benjamin Johnson, 34, of Banning. Diaz Jr. was booked into Larry D. Smith Correctional Facility in Banning on 2 counts of murder with malice, 3 counts of using a firearm to commit great bodily injury, 1 count of attempted murder, and another count of assault with a deadly weapon. He is being held without bail. And a park ranger in the San Bernardino Mountains found a body about 100 feet away from a car that apparently ran off a mountain roadway. The accident was reported at about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. It's not clear whether the person was ejected from the car or if the person tried to walk away from the wreck to get help but collapsed on the way. The identity of the victim has not been released just yet. Inland Empire weather, sunny and warm today. Few clouds out there, diminishing as the week goes on, leaving us with sunny skies all week long and highs into the low 90s. Currently, we are at 89 degrees in San Bernardino. And checking out your drive, there's there's just one situation in Ontario that involves a disabled vehicle on the 10 westbound as you approach Vineyard Avenue. It's got the shoulder blocked, and it is a stall, but CHP is running a break to try and clear this. So other than that, things are looking pretty good out there for your Monday. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
Employers, when hiring, it's important to look for character over knowledge and skill. Character is the key to business success. Find out why by tuning into Relationships 2.0 with Dr. Michelle Skeen and her guest, Bruce Weinstein, author of The Good Ones, 10 Crucial Qualities of High Character Employees. That's Relationships 2.0, Tuesday afternoon at 3 on KCAA 1050 AM.
Great drinks and more.
Determination. You can be intentional about your character, your work ethic.
You've got to be on the same page.
Today we're calling to let you know we are debt-free, house and everything.
You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people. Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show. Thank you for joining us. Open phones this hour at 888-825-5225. That's 888-825-5225. You jump in. We'll talk about your life and your money. Amanda is with us this hour in San Diego. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Hi, Dave. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
So my question, the big plan is, when I'm debt-free in 3 years, we're going to buy a sailboat, pay it off in cash, save up enough money, quit our jobs, and then sail around the world.
Cool.
So in planning this, I'm thinking about retirement, and I know you have to work and save to have money for retirement. So I just wanted to ask, once we're debt-free, should we contribute more than 15% each month or each paycheck?
Well, if you're debt-free, at this stage, do you own a home?
No. No home, no children.
Okay. In the plan you're laying out for me, that you won't be having a house to pay off. So when you're at baby step 4 and you have no children, okay, that automatically drops you into baby step 7.
Yep.
So then there's no limit on how much you save in baby step 7. The point being that baby steps 4, 5, and 6 are at the same time, and that's 15% into retirement. Baby step 5 is kids' college, and 6 is pay off the house. Since those two are gone, there's nothing left except wealth building, which is baby step 7. Build wealth and give a bunch of it away. So you're going to pile up a big pile of cash and sail around the world. Yep. And are you going to have enough investments at that point to never work again? Or after you sail around the world, you'll sell the sailboat and get back in the workplace?
Well, it would be nice to. We're both in IT, so we can work remotely, or even start our own business while we're sailing around. So that's the big plan, and can continue to contribute to it, but we just won't have the set amount each paycheck.
Okay, so you're going to have enough that if you don't have a bunch of work, you're still okay. It's not going to mess up your trip.
Yeah.
And the trip is how long?
Undecided yet.
I'm sorry?
We haven't decided. We're just going to go until...
I've got a couple of friends that have done it. I mean, some people take as much as a year to do that. Depends on how long you're going to stop and that kind of stuff.
Nice. And I follow a couple of blogs, and they've been doing it for years and years, and they have no interest in stopping.
Yeah. Okay. Well, again, if you're making enough on the boat to eat, and you're not running out of money, then you're not forced to stop, right?
Yep.
It depends on how long you want to go then at that point. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think you got a great plan, and I would do exactly that. The trick is if you you're just going to, as much income as you create, whether it's on a boat or whether it's on terra firma, again, as much income as you create, you're always going to want to be living on some of it, giving some of it, and investing some of it for the rest of your life.
Yep.
And so, people say, how much should I save? And the question is, the answer is, how wealthy do you want to be? The more you save, the wealthier you're going to be, and the more you're going to be able to help others and live your dreams. But you're certainly living a big dream right here off the front end of this, the way you're laying it out. I like that. So how much would this boat cost?
The one that we're looking at is $189,000, but it's the perfect boat.
Yeah, nothing better than perfect. So how long does it take you to be debt-free and have $189,000 to pay cash for the boat?
We're hoping 5 to 6 years. It's less than 3 for me to be debt-free. And then we both make a pretty penny, and I'm moving into the IT security area, so it'd be a big bump soon.
Yeah, that'll help. Okay, well, very cool. Very cool. Well, definitely. I love the plan. So you're paying cash for everything. You're going to have a pile of cash, and you're going to take this ride. Hey, I love it. Thanks for calling in. That's a neat discussion. Curtis is with us in Wichita, Kansas. Hi, Curtis. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Hey, my wife and I actually just started working on the baby steps. We're currently on baby step 1, saving our $1,000 emergency fund. My question to you is, are we in a position to where I can start a home-based business?
Are you in a position to?
Well, I'm looking at doing a drop shipping style e-commerce site to start out with. So the monthly cost is pretty minimal.
Yeah.
For about $30.
So why would you not be able to do that?
Well, my question is, we were about $67,000 in debt.
Yeah, but you're not spending any money to do this. You're not spending any money to do this. It creates money, right?
Right, that's the goal. Yes.
I mean, it's like taking a part-time job. You don't spend any money to do it, but it creates money. Only this part-time job you own.
Right.
You got to make more than you'd make delivering pizzas doing it, or it's not going to be worth fooling with. But the cost of your time. But as long as you can make some money doing it, yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
Now, is this something you've done before, an area that you're associated with or have some knowledge of, or did you just hear you can do stuff on the internet drop ship?
Well, I have experience in building the websites. As far as I've built e-commerce websites in the past and have, they've been pretty successful for the companies that I've built them for. So
but they had something to sell that they knew what they were doing.
Right.
What are you going to be selling? You just picked this out of thin air?
Well, I'm looking at selling, actually drop shipping Christian T-shirts.
Man, there's a lot of people playing in that space.
Yeah.
You got competition coming out your ears. You need to do some investigation. I mean, you possibly can do it, but it isn't like you're the first person ever had this idea.
Right.
That space is pretty watered down. So I want you to really check into it. That's the problem, because I want to make sure what I'm not hearing is you went to some seminar that said you can make money doing drop ship on the internet.
No, absolutely not. This is just something that I feel that kind of God is put in my ear to kind of glorify Him a little bit.
Well, the good news is you have the technical experience on building the sites. Now, what you've got to add to that and God gets the glory with your excellence if you're selling jelly beans, dude. It doesn't have to have a cross on it, okay? If you put a cross on it, that's cool too. But if you're selling jelly beans with excellence and you're a Christian, your faith is your witness and your excellence is your witness. And there's no crosses on Chick-fil-A's chicken, but pretty much everybody knows those people are believers, right?
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. So you can do this in a way that has some market savviness to it. And the thing I want you to do to add with your technical expertise is I want you to really research the market of whatever it is you're going to drop ship. Yes, there is money to be made doing that, but it usually is going to be something that you develop an expertise around the item or items that you're doing. And it's not just you just reach out there into a space and grab something and it automatically works, because you've got to have a definitive a brand differentiation with whatever you're doing, and there has to be a reason that someone is actually going to do business with you versus one of the other players in the space if there's a bunch of other players in the space. So, but yes, I definitely would do this. I think you've got the expertise. I just want you to spend more time on the marketing side and the equation of what it is you're selling and why would I buy it from you instead of somebody else? What's your brand differentiator there? Hey, man, great question. Thanks for joining us. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hello, everyone. This is Nina MD, Fusion of Science and Beauty. Listen to my show every Wednesday night, 6 p.m., KCAA 1050, where I'm going to give you the latest, greatest on anti-aging.
Easter Seals provides life-changing services to kids and adults with disabilities in the Inland Empire. This month, when you visit a Baker's drive-thru restaurant, be sure to buy a Safe Halloween coupon booklet for $1. 100% of the dollar you spend goes to support Easter Seals disability services, preschool and daycare for kids, independent living, work and social skills for adults. Your dollar can make a difference. Learn more at easterseals.com/Southern Cal.
We have our friend and longtime partner, Howard Russell, who is the CEO and president of Christian Healthcare Ministries. Howard, it works. It's affordable for followers of Christ. This is, in fact, an actual ministry. It's not just a word in the title of your organization.
There's a wonderful model that members in all 50 states, they pay a monthly membership fee. If they have medical bills, they send those bills into us. We send the money to the member who then pays the bills. That model works because it finds its basis in the Bible in Acts chapters 2 and 4. That's what we do, and we are legal, plus we are more affordable.
You can go to
This is KCAA.
Freeway Auto Center is your road to home. Now open and ready to send you home in a much better car than you're driving now. Freeway Auto Center has a special phone number for KCAA listeners. Get ready, get a pen. Here's the number you need. Right now, in the 909 area code, call 269-8731. Got it? 269-8731. That's the number you need for Freeway Auto Center. Just call 909-269-8731 and ask for the road to home. You may need to unload a car that costs more to fix than you paid for it. Maybe you need a dependable car for your kids to go to college. Maybe it's just time. Freeway Auto Center on Waterman, north of the 10, has the selection you're looking for. Freeway Auto Center will get you there. Call 909-269-8731. That's 269-8731. That's your number for Freeway Auto Center.
Here's your Money Minute with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
If you follow the markets, you've probably been getting seasick lately. But what if I told you that market volatility can be a good thing? If you're a bargain hunter, this is your coupon. So keep your shopping list handy. If you're a long-term investor with plenty of time before retirement, the money going into your 401k each month will buy more shares when the markets are down. And if you have a good financial plan, you can relax while others worry, because that plan will carry you beyond today's headlines. Of course, you should always consider professional guidance before making any financial decisions. That's your Money Minute. I'm Mo Ansari.
For more tips on investing during market volatility and other investment topics, listen to Market Wrap weekdays at 5 p.m. on this station. For a free consultation with Mo Ansari, call 800-388-9700. That's 800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
Employers, when hiring, it's important to look for character over knowledge and skill. Character is the key to business success. Find out why by tuning into Relationships 2.0 with Dr. Michelle Skeen and her guest, Bruce Weinstein, author of The Good Ones, 10 Crucial Qualities of High Character Employees. That's Relationships 2.0, Tuesday afternoon at 3 on KCAA 1050 AM.
Thank you for joining us, America. We're glad you are here. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. It's a show about you, your life, your money. The phone number is 888-825-5225. Julie is in Baltimore. Hi, Julie. How are you?
Hi, Dave.
Hey, what's up?
I have a retirement question for you. I am 33. I was a public school teacher in Baltimore for 7 years, paid into the state retirement system during those 7 years, which makes me considered vested in the pension system for when I turn, 62. I called them recently just to inquire about how much I might be able to receive once I hit that age, and they said, we really can't tell you until you turn 61, and they do this calculation of what I've paid in plus time. But my question is, would it be better to take that money that I've paid in for these past 7 years, since I'm no longer in the field? I've switched to being a director of a nonprofit organization, and I'm no longer paying state retirement. Would it be better to move that money into like a mutual fund or something that would grow aggressively?
Yes.
Okay.
For multiple reasons. Let's walk through it. So you can not only get the money if you're vested that you've put in, but you'll get some value of what your pension's value is today.
Okay.
They should anyway. That would be a typical thing. And so it's a lump sum buyout is what it amounts to. And what you do is do a direct transfer rollover to an IRA. There's no taxes due on this if you do it that way. Do not let them send the money to you. Send it directly into the mutual funds or fund that you want it to go into as your direct transfer IRA. And that way there's no withholding and there's no taxes due of any kind. Then, then the reason for doing that is the mutual fund will outperform what the pension is paying.
Yes.
And the second reason for doing it is if the school system gets in financial trouble, you've got your money.
Okay.
Right now, it's sitting with them.
Yes.
And lastly, and probably the biggest reason to move it, is that when you die with your money in a pension, they keep the money. And when you die with the money in a mutual fund in an IRA, it goes to your heirs. So the money survives you that way. And so that's the biggest reason when you're actually doing math on the stuff. You'll earn more, and that's good. And the slight chance that they get in financial trouble, although a lot of these school systems are in trouble. And so, I don't want your pension to get caught up in that. That's a really bad thing. It doesn't happen very often, but that's a smaller percentage. But the big thing is this amount of money is in your name forever. You have control of it, and it passes to your heirs, and I definitely would do that. Pueblo, California is next. Jennifer's on the line. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
Hi, Dave. It's great to talk to you today.
You too. What's up?
And I've been listening to you for a long time, but finally at that point where I'm sick enough where I want to get rid of all this debt. But my biggest issue, we're on baby step 1. We're trying to build that $1,000. But I keep having problems because I have a lot of health issues, and I'm constantly having health expenses come up, which are making it really difficult. Right now, I'm facing a surgery that'll probably be $3,500 to $4,000.
You don't have insurance?
I do have insurance. It's just we have a high deductible, and for the last 3 years, I've ended up meeting my maximum out of pocket each year too.
And what's your deductible?
I want to say it's somewhere like $6,000 something. I don't remember exactly.
It's probably not over $5,000.
Okay.
It'd be very unusual under Obamacare for it to be over $5,000. Some of us started with higher deductibles, but they've forced the lowering of them, or you get penalized. So it's probably.
Actually, sorry, I'm looking. I have a $2,000 deductible and a $6,600 out of pocket.
Out of pocket. Okay, stop loss. That makes sense. All right. And your household income is what?
It's around $71,000, or it was last year, and I think it'll probably be around that this year.
Okay. So $6,000 is $500 a month. All right?
Okay.
Average through the year. Now, it comes in fits and spurts, but that's the most you're going to have out of pocket is $500 a month. And making $70,000, that's keeping you from saving $1,000. Not something else going on. That's not it. Are you not working some because of the health issues?
That's part of it.
Is the household income with the health issues really $70,000?
I mean, that's what my husband brings in after. Well, and that's before taxes.
Oh, that's your husband working.
Yeah.
You're not losing time at work with your health issue.
I'm not losing time at work. I've been a stay-at-home mom for the most part because my husband works sometimes 14,
How much do you owe on your
a day.
cars?
Nothing.
Okay. How much debt do you have other than your home?
Other than the home, we're about about 34.5.
On what?
A couple of credit cards, medical bills. Basically, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Mostly credit card, though.
A couple of one of the cards that we have, medical expenses have been put on it. So, but it's probably about, I don't know, maybe half and half.
Okay, here's what's going on. You've been making 70 and spending 70, and your medical bills are running up your debt. That's what's happening mathematically with what you told me. Because most of your debt is medical related, is what you're referring to. Unless the emotions of being ill have tainted your view of the actual numbers. But if the actual numbers are what you're saying they are, the vast majority of your debt and everything we've talked about is due to medical. And it can't be more than $6,600 a year.
Yeah.
It can't be. And really the stop loss, the out-of-pocket, usually has to do with one event. So if this is one medical event recurring, then the stop loss wouldn't even apply to that. On an annual basis, it wouldn't reset. It wouldn't start over every time. But my point is, making $70,000, you should be able to absorb a $6,000 blow. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because that leaves you like $64,000 to live on, which ought to be doable in Pueblo, Colorado. That's what I'm saying mathematically. So you're somehow, it could be, and it's not to pick on you, I'm just trying to analyze it and figure it out with you, but it could be that the strain on the household and the strain on your all's emotions with fighting these health issues have caused you to not concentrate on the money stuff very much, and you've become disorganized and a little bit out of control. I would be, because I don't do pain. I'm pretty much a wimp when it comes to pain. So I would be like, I wouldn't be thinking about nothing else except moaning. So so I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you're facing, and I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying what it does when health problems hit a household, it hits more than just the person's health. It affects your emotions, your spiritual tank gets empty, you eat out more, and there's comfort food, you buy more expensive things, you medicate the stress on the household with purchases to feel better. All of those kinds of things are normal in that situation. So I would tell you to kind of guard against those things and get on a really strict, in spite of the strain of this, a really strict written budget. And not only would you get your $1,000 saved, but you should be able to get out of debt, even if you have $6,000 a year. Let's just say $6,000 a year is going to hit. We're just going to write it down. Boom, just like that. That's $500 a month. You can do that on $70,000 and make progress. But you're going to have to cut a bunch of other stuff out, and you're going to have to get really organized and really focused, because the math says it can be done. The problem is life screws up our math, and that's what's happening with you guys, I think. I don't see anything else. You haven't told me any other piece of information that changes that scenario. I would jump online at everydollar.com and get your written budget going, and you and your husband sit down, look at the written budget on everydollar.com. It's the best online budgeting tool in the world, and it's completely free.
This is KCAA.
California headline news. One person dead, another hospitalized after a stabbing incident outside a courthouse in Glendale overnight.
Really, the investigation is just ongoing right now. The coroner's investigator just got here, and they're starting their investigation.
Sergeant Robert William with Glendale Police. Not clear if there was a relationship between the two victims. The suspect at large, a knife apparently used in the attacks, recovered from the scene. Support from many California lawmakers for the prospect of House Majority Leader and California Representative Kevin McCarthy becoming the next Speaker of the U.S. House.
He is always optimistic, always enthusiastic, a bundle of energy, and he has great political strategy when it comes to coming up with problem-solving solutions.
State Senator Gene Fuller, though he apparently has much support among Republican House members, McCarthy could face opposition from the same conservative Republicans who wanted John Boehner ousted. Geico weather continued warm and dry conditions, slight drop in temperatures forecast for later in the week. Jeff Scott, California News.
Hey-ho, Bigfoot here. You know, mythical creature from the woods. Today I saw something I couldn't believe existed. The new Honda Pioneer 1000. Whoa, man, it's a beast with a best-in-class 999cc engine and the industry's only 6-speed, fully automatic dual-clutch transmission. This thing's real, it's big, and it's here. Check it out at pioneer1000.honda.com.
Pioneers are for drivers 16 years and older. For your safety, read the owner's manual. Wear a helmet and eye protection. Always wear your seatbelt and keep the side nets and doors closed.
Tomorrow on Fox, John Stamos goes from Mac Daddy to New Daddy to Granddaddy. It's the series premiere of Grandfathered, and it's being called the favorite new comedy of the fall. John Stamos is Grandfathered. Premieres tomorrow on Fox.
Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green, the concentrated cleaner that's perfect for making your auto, RV, cycling, boating, and other sporting equipment look like new again. Visit us at simplegreen.com.
Simple Green. KCAA invites you to join Dr. Donald Gabriel Jolly for What's It All About. He's never without words.
I have an opinion about everything.
He talks about everything.
You can say, I love you, and be fired by the power of the crotch instead of the real meaning of love. You have an illness. It is called terminal acute hornitis.
Join Dr. Jolly for What's It All About? 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon on KCAA 1050 AM.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, or check out the savings and place your order online. VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
We found the problem with your car.
And
Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
what?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience, and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
You've heard her on the Poor Man Show talking about mastering women, which just so happens to be the title of her latest book. Now, get ready to listen and talk to Linda Gross, the expert on gender differences and the men's advocate. Write this number down to call in to talk to Linda, 888-909-1050. Every Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific is the Men's Advocate Show with Linda Gross, 888-909-1050. Let's talk where men can be men. KCAA 1050 AM.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust.
Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
Listen to AM 1050 KCAA. It makes people wonder what you're up to.
Of the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, Seth and his wife Patty is not. She didn't make it.
She couldn't make it. No,
she's not here. She's got a sick one at home, I hear, that she had to watch after. So who's filling in for her? What's this young lady's name?
This is Lily, and she is filling in for her mama, who is home with her brother, who is sick, and her younger brother, who's 2, and he didn't make the trip either. But
lots of people there to take care of. So
yes,
we'll let Lily scream on behalf of Patty. So how much debt have you guys paid off?
We paid off $134,000 total in a little over 3 years.
Way to go! All right, making what kind of money during that time?
Started at about 70 and ended up a little over 85. And so we got a house sold. That we had rented out, and we moved out of, rented out. We made all these decisions before we met you, and after 4 years, we finally got the house going and rented it out, and had to pay rent and mortgage for a while. But
gotcha. So how much of the $134,000 was the rental?
90.
Okay. All right. What was the rest of it?
The rest of it was credit cards, student loans, a car payment, and.
So you guys were normal.
We were normal.
You moved out of a rental, bought a house without having the other one sold, turned it into a rental by default. Probably. Then you had all the normal debt. Other than that, everything you bought on debt.
Yes, sir.
And then you look up. So what happened 3 years ago? What turned the corner for you? Tell me your story on this journey.
Well, we moved out of that house in 2011. After we are paying rent and paying a little bit of mortgage, and we say this is not adding up each month. And somebody at church had been telling us to go to. So we did, and we did that first budget, and we were like, we got to do something. So I got a part-time job working at a grocery store, and I was going to school, teaching during the day. Both my wife and I are teachers, and then either going to class or working at the store at night. And I did that for 2.5 years.
Wow.
And we did not have much of a life for a while.
Yeah.
And I think we counted up the longest string of days I worked was 36 straight days of either school, teaching, or selling groceries.
Wow.
And it was a lot of work, and I didn't do all the work. My wife, who was taking care of, they were then 5 and 3 at the time, she did all the work. She was the...
Yeah, I think you've both been working your butts off is what it sounds like to me.
My 89-year-old granddad says she's tougher than a cheap steak. So
that's good. Well, you guys have held on and gritted your teeth and pushed your way all the way through this. Was it worth it?
Oh, definitely. We had we not done financial peace, I don't know where we would have been. We about halfway through, we had to put in a $5,000 air conditioner in the house we owned.
Oh.
And then we get a call, or not a call, but Patty goes to the doctor one day, comes home, and guess what, kids? You're going to be parents again for the 3rd time. And we paid for the air conditioner, cash. We paid for the baby, cash.
I love it.
We were prepared. Everything was good.
And you got all this debt paid off and got the rental sold all in 3 years.
And we did. And now we have our 6-month emergency fund already built up.
Wow.
And so we are moving on to step 4 now.
You probably will never see the inside of a grocery store the same.
No. And it's fun. I enjoyed it. I'm thankful for my time there, and I'm glad that God put me somewhere where I could provide for my family and make ends meet, and it all worked out. So.
Very cool. But you don't have to go there now except to buy groceries.
Except to buy groceries. I missed my 10% discount. We don't get that anymore.
Oh, there you go.
But it's been great.
That's fun. Well, congratulations. So what do you tell people the key to getting out of debt for you and Patty were when you paid off $134,000 in 3 years?
I would have to say, don't be afraid to sacrifice, and that's what we had to do, and be content with where you are. We rented the first place we rented once we moved was very small, and we had 2 kids in a small bedroom, and we were in the bedroom. It was a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and then we've upgraded since then to an extra bedroom since we've had the 3rd. But don't be afraid to sacrifice and learn to be content. I was thinking about this on the drive over, and I used to coach football, and one of the things we'd have Bible studies with the players, and one of the things we used to tell them was read the book of Philippians. Paul wrote the book of Philippians from a jail cell, and he talks about rejoicing and being joyful and being content in everything. And it took me a while to learn that, but I think learning that and learning how to be content with what you have and living simply is a great thing.
The peace that passes understanding, 4-7.
Yes, sir.
Very cool. I love it. Well, congratulations, sir. Very well done. And long trip. Where did you drive from?
Greenville, so about 5 hours.
Okay. So you and Lily had some daddy-daughter time.
We did. We watched Sound of Music and Mary Poppins, so we'll watch them again on the way back, I'm sure.
That's how we used to measure trips when I was that age. How many Little Mermaids does it take us to get there?
Exactly right. Yeah.
That's it. Oh, wow. Well, congratulations, guys. Very well done. Our salute goes out to Patty, home with the sick babies and watching everybody as she does as we do this. But so Seth, Patty, and Lily.
Yes,
Lily
sir.
filling in for Patty. Going to do a debt-free scream, $134,000 paid off in 3 years, making $70,000 to $85,000 a year. Count it down.
All right,
let's
here we
do
go.
a debt-free scream.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're debt-free!
Well done, sir. Very, very, very well done. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, check them out, folks. That's how it's done. Hey, by the way, if you didn't know, you can schedule your debt-free scream by emailing us here at daveonair@daveramsey.com and just put in there that you're wanting to do that, and Kelly will do that. Or you can go to the website at daveramsey.com, and there's actually a way to schedule your visit on the website. Under the radio section, and then Kelly Daniel, our associate producer, will schedule a time. You can't just wander in here and do them. They're booked out several weeks, months actually in advance around my schedule when I'm here. Because see, some days I'm not here. I'm in your city doing an event, and so back and forth. And so if you're going to just wander in here to do that, and even your phone call for that matter, we only do 1 an hour, and so they're pretty booked up. But you can get in. And we want to hear from you. We want to hear your story and put you on the air. But you just kind of have to think about it a little bit in advance and go ahead and get the planning done on it. And you can work all that out with Kelly. And that way we don't, we love having folks stop by. You're welcome to stop by anytime. We've got free homemade baked goods. Dorothy over in Martha's place has all this wonderful smells when you walk in. It's all free. All these specialty coffees and everything, it's all free. And just go in there and take advantage of that, enjoy, and sit here and watch the show. People do that. The show's on the glass in our lobby if you didn't know. So come by and kind of make it an event as you do that, and just plug into the whole process. We love the celebration aspect of this. It is a big, big deal. Speaking of celebrating, today, if you haven't heard, we are celebrating the launch of the pre-sales on Chris Hogan's new book, Retire Inspired. It went on sale today. The book actually is available the second week of January. I think it's January the 11th or something like that is a Monday, is the actual street date of the book. But here's the deal. If you're 55 or you're 25, or you're 65, or you're 24, and you want to retire with dignity, well, this book will help you do that. The book is called Retire Inspired. My friend and cohort here, one of our Ramsey personalities, Chris Hogan, is America's trusted voice on retirement. And Retire Inspired is available at any bookstore. I was looking at the Amazon site a while ago for it. You can go to Amazon.com and pick it up. You can go to Barnes & Noble, pick it up. You can go to RetireInspiredBook.com and pick it up. And but here's the deal. If you buy it on pre-order, it helps Chris and it helps us, so we're going to bribe you to do that. It's that simple. It's a $20 book. We're going to sell it to you for $20. You'll get the book in January. You'll get the Retire Inspired ebook in January, the digital audio book in January, and right now we're going to send you a new video from Chris called Investing Basics and a Guide to Retirement Budgeting ebook and a copy of my ebook, The Legacy Journey. $70 worth of stuff. All when you order Retire Inspired today.
Men, have you been going along just to get along? Have you been misunderstood for too long now? Well, finally, it's a show made just for you. The Men's Advocate Show with Linda Gross every Tuesday night at 6 on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
Hi, I'm John Elway. Did you know that John Elway's Crown Toyota is the largest volume Toyota dealer in the Inland Empire? Here to give you the details is the General Sales Manager, Kara Brindley.
Well, at John Elway's Crown Toyota, we listen to you. And ever since we've changed to our new process, we post our one price, which is our best price, up front on every single vehicle. Now, customers are telling me they look forward to buying their next car from us.
So come visit John Elway's Crown Toyota today in the Giant Ontario Auto Center where the 10 and 15 meet.
One price, simple, no games.
One of the most overlooked priorities in a family's financial plan is life insurance. Having it and having the right amount are crucial. If you died, how would your family pay the bills, put food on the table, and plan for the future? Term life insurance is protection for the ones you love. It's not complicated and it's not expensive. People need to deal with this, which is why I found a company I trust and I do business with, Xander. Please take the time to take care of your family.
This is KCAA.
What have I learned so far? I've learned that dropping out of high school was my decision. But as a single mom, that decision affected more than just me. To set an example, I had to be the example. I found a free high school diploma program at Learn for Life that fits around my busy life. I have a team of teachers, tutors, and counselors that really care. I learn at my pace in an environment that is safe and comfortable. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I can change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN, the number 4, LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
Hey, this is Steve Sanchez, and do you know in 2007, I went off to the doctor for a basic checkup, and he informed me, Steve, you got plaque built up around your heart, and you're going to need stents. I informed him, with no offense, doc, I need a second opinion. I go off to a naturopathic doctor, and he introduces me to something called Zango. It's a juice made of the whole mangosteen fruit. You know, the mangosteen fruit has been used for centuries for healing. So, hey, what do I have to lose? I tried it. 3 months later, I go back to my cardiologist, no plaque, no stents, and I'm proud to say 7.5 years later, I'm stent-free. I want to turn you on to Zango because it's the only true 100% mangosteen fruit juice. It's patented. In fact, the Mayo Clinic is paying attention because they're doing an extensive study because they cannot ignore all the testimonials around the world. I want to give you a free sample of the Zango juice today. Simply call 888-309-5656. That's 888-309-5656 for your free mangosteen juice sample today from the company called Zango.
Walters Mercedes-Benz is excited to announce the 20th annual Walters Children's Charity Classic Golf Tournament to be held on Monday, October 5th at the Victoria Country Club in Riverside. In the last 19 years, the Walters Children's Charity Classic has raised over $3.5 million for the benefit of Loma Linda University's Children's Hospital. Hurry, sponsorships and player slots are still available. For more information and to register, go to waltersccc.org or call Kathy Keenley at 951-688-3332.
Get all the facts, all you need to know on KCAA Radio, AM 1050.
Sir, what's up?
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you. I am a father of 5 young children, married, and I seem to be struggling in my monthly budgeting. I use your Every Dollar budget tool, and it's great. I like how it works. But I don't know if I'm allocating the right amount for food, or sometimes it seems like maybe it's the process of learning to budget. But it seems like since we've been using the tool, we keep struggling. Like either something unexpected comes up, Murphy, or we like registration for a car or haircuts, trying to factor in those things. I don't know if I'm spending too much on food, too little. Just I don't want it to be, my oldest is 8 years old. I don't want to be 10 years from now, and we can't pay for her to go to college or help her to go to college. And so, I don't know, just trying to figure it out.
Okay. Well, to start with, it takes about 3 months to get good at it, and you've just started. Okay. Your first month, you usually pretty much suck, which is what we're discussing. So you just don't know. But car registration and haircuts aren't surprises. They're very predictable. And so, but what you learn is once you stub your toe on that a time or two is you learn to put that stuff in the budget. You learn to see it coming because you just didn't think about that before. But now that you're starting to think about it, stuff like that, like Christmas is in December. It's not a surprise. It's coming.
Right.
And so, we have to just think about those things. The car tires are going to wear out. That's not really an emergency. They wear out. We know that. The alternator going out is an emergency. We don't know when that's going to happen. But, you know the cars, you look down, those little belts are waving through at you, then you got, it's too late then. You now have an emergency. So you just learn to anticipate these things and see them coming. You start to think, okay, August is here. It's not just school clothes and school supplies. It's probably activity fees and stuff at the school as well. And then, generally speaking, we're going to have some kind of a field trip for the kid around X month or Y month and that kind of stuff. Some of those things you'll start to anticipate, and you'll develop some little miscellaneous household categories or school categories for some of them, or car categories for some of these other things, that type of thing. But what I'm saying is, all of that to say is, you're just going to get better at this from having, getting punched a couple times and you didn't see it coming. Other things you don't see coming, and they just don't. I mean, you got a bunch of kids, so you got a lot of opportunities for emergencies.
Yes.
And but a sick kid, I mean, you got 5 under 8. You got one got the flu just about half the time. I mean, you're going to be running in and out of the dock. It's just small children, Right. Hopefully not. I'm not wishing bad things on your family, but that's the reality of small children, and a bunch of small children means you got even an increased reality of that. So you just look at that, and your budget on your food. Almost everyone under budgets on food their first month. Most people spend more money on food than they realize. And doing the budget makes you go, we're feeding 5 baby birds, and those baby birds all eat, and that's, wow, ouch. And that's what you're just going to get better at it. You probably under budgeted on that one. You didn't see the others coming. Both of those will be fixed next month, and by the time you've done this for a year, you're going to be such an old pro at it that none of this will be in question. It'll be singing. It'll be running along like a sewing machine then, okay?
Okay.
Have at it, dude. Keep it up. Thanks for using Every Dollar. If you don't know what Every Dollar is, by the way, folks, it's a free online budgeting tool, everydollar.com, and the app to utilize it once you set it up online, you set it up on your computer, but then once you set it up, you can access the information and manipulate the information with your iPhone app that's also free. So it completely works, and it's awesome. People are using it. We're approaching our 700,000th user right now, and it's just been up since like April or May it came out. So, man, it's just, the thing has exploded. It's completely free. Everydollar.com. Cindy is with us in Augusta, Georgia. Hi, Cindy. How are you?
Hey, Dave. I'm fine. Thank you.
Sure. How can I help?
Well, my grandson, his mother gave him his allowance last night, and he said, Mama, just buy me some ice cream every now and then and give me a hug and kiss for my chores. You don't have to give me your money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you say to a kid like that? He says, I don't want to spend your money, Mama. And he tells me when we're out, will you buy it so Mama doesn't have to use her money?
Mm-hmm. So where did he get the idea Mama's starving to death?
Well, they were saving for a house, and he wanted this and that, and she said, we're trying to save our money so we can buy a new house. They bought the house. They're fine. But that's his mindset now, so I don't know what to tell him or tell her.
Well,
he doesn't
I think you
want
just
her
tell
money.
him. I just tell him that, honey, this is not about, the amount of money we're talking about here is not going to affect this family. You're fine. And here, it's a sweetheart that you've got there, but there's a bigger picture. He's how old?
He's 6.
Okay, he can understand this. Just say, darling, everything's okay. Mom and Daddy are fine. There's plenty of money here. We're not rich, but we're definitely not poor. Everything's okay. Grandma's not poor. And what I want you to learn to do is I want you to learn to work and know that money's associated with that. So when you do chores, I'm going to give you money. And then I want you, as your mama or your grandmama, I want you to learn to save. And so we want you to save some of that money. And I want you to learn to spend the money and enjoy it. So we want you to do that wisely. And we want you to learn to give. And so we're trying to teach you life lessons here. This is not a charity thing where we're just giving you money because we love you. We're giving you money to teach you, and the money is related to you having done your chores. And so this is how it's going to be, Bubba. And let him walk through that, because here's the thing. Little kids very seldom, I mean, some of them they go through the phase of my toy, and they don't want to. But when it comes to money, you hand them money, they don't place a lot of value on it. You know how we always had the saying, you have to teach so-and-so the value of $1. You've heard,
right.
You've used that saying, and so have I. So-and-so doesn't know the value of $1. Well, little kids don't know the value of $1. So they are very generous. They'll just give it away. They don't think anything about it. Now, you try to take one of their toys, they become Genghis Khan, but they don't know the value of $1. And so to them, it doesn't hold the same kind of power. And so we're not trying to teach them to be greedy. We love his giving spirit. He's got a sweet heart, and I don't want to destroy that. But I do want to create a situation where there's teachable moments around money, and that is, the first one is work is where money comes from. And then once you've earned money, son, I'm going to teach you to save. I'm going to teach you to give. I'm going to teach you to spend. And you handling that money that you worked is how I get to teach you that. So yeah, we're going to continue to do this. And no, I'm not going to give you a hug and some ice cream. You get the hug, and you get to buy the ice cream. So so you learn the value of $1. So Cindy, hold on. I'm going to send you 2 copies of the #1 New York Times best-selling book, Smart Money, Smart Kids, which is for parents and grandparents to teach their children how to handle money. So 1 copy's for you as a great grandma that you are, and 1 is for your child, so they can and daughter-in-law, son-in-law, to read, so they can train this young man and continue to nurture his wonderful giving spirit, and also teach him to save so that he can continue to give, and also teach him to spend wisely so that he has control of his money, which that way, I mean, that basically disqualifies him for being a congressman. But other than that, he'll have great career opportunities in front of him. So hold on. I'll have Kelly pick up, and we'll get you 2 copies of Smart Money, Smart Kids. That book has been a joy of ours. We've really, really, really enjoyed it. So the essence of that, folks, is there's really 4 lessons. I mean, there's a lot of other complicated things. You teach them contentment. You can teach them about investing. You can teach them about other things. But if you'll teach them to work, teach them to give, teach them to spend wisely, and teach them to save, age appropriately, different for 6 than 16, then you'll have a kid that grows up and doesn't have to live in your basement. Ha! There's the goal. That puts this hour of the Dave Ramsey Show in the books. Our thanks to James Childs, our producer. Blake Thompson is our executive producer. Kelly Daniels, our associate producer and phone screener. I am Dave Ramsey, and we'll be back.
Kcaa invites you to support our very own Relationships 2.0 host, Michelle Skeen, in raising funds for the Ronald McDonald House Charities in the 38th Annual Chicago Marathon, October 11th. Every year, RMHC and its local chapters give more than 7 million children the strength to persevere as they run their own marathons, fighting illness and injury throughout months, sometimes years. Michelle will be running in the marathon, and if you would like to join her in becoming a Team RMHC runner, please go to the RMHC homepage or simply Google RMHC, Ronald McDonald House Charities. You can also help by contributing in fundraising efforts or by becoming part of the year-round sponsorship of Ronald McDonald House Charities. For more information about RMHC, visit rmhc.org. And remember to give your support to KCAA's Relationships 2.0 host, Michelle Skeen, as she runs the 38th Annual Chicago Marathon in support of Ronald McDonald House Charities.
This is KCAA Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of buysellmakeoffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale. Sign up now. It's free.
Radio. Another big sell-off on Wall Street. Traders are fretting about China again after it reported more weak economic data. Also on investors' minds, the budget battle in Washington and fears of another government shutdown. The Dow's down 306 points, the Nasdaq lower by 141. Shares of Valeant Pharmaceuticals are tanking on news Democratic members of a House committee want to subpoena the Canadian company for